Competition in business is a good thing, but have you ever stopped to wonder why? Because many entrepreneurs are actually afraid of their competitors. Recently, an online taxi ordering application company opened its 5th branch in Zambia. And from the news that I get, it's like our local Zambian taxi online ordering application, which has been around for a number of years now, is quite afraid of this development. So should you be afraid of competition? And why is competition good for you? This is what I want to talk about in today's video. Let's get started. Hello there, entrepreneurs, and welcome to another episode of the Ndalama Insights of Business Show with Mukonkela, where we turn your challenges into actionable insights. Now, to be successful in any business, you need to be at the forefront of great ideas and brilliant services. So, why is competition a good thing for the market? Let's look at a number of reasons. Now, before I look at the reasons why competition is good and why you should not be afraid of the competition, I would like to address the issue of a competitor coming into a market and lowering their prices, or coming into the market with low prices. What is this about? Well, if you've been following my videos, you'll understand that a competitor would come into a market with low prices in order to penetrate the market. They would want to capture a share of the already existing market. And so as a marketing strategy, they lower the prices in order to attract the customers to themselves. So a low pricing strategy is a strategy that allows a new company that is entering a market to get a share of that market. And it is not new. It is a strategy that is used world over. Now, let's get into it. Why is competition a good thing? Well, for starters, when you see a competitor entering your market or doing what you are doing already, it simply shows that you've got a great product and there's demand for that product. And there's profit. So your business is profitable, which is why another person would be attracted to do exactly what you're already doing. So when you see a competitor, it shows that your business is a great business and that it is a profitable business that is able to attract other players on the market. And so you should be happy about this because it validates your business concept. And that is a plus towards ensuring that your business succeeds. Now, the second thing is that when you see a number of players entering a market other than yourself, we expect that the economy is going to widen and we're going to see a lot more clients than you are currently serving because we get to hear another voice talking about the business that you're offering. So, in other words, it's not just you who's talking about the online taxi ordering application, but we've got another player on the market that is doing the exact same thing. As a result, we expect the economy to expand and therefore we are going to see a lot more demand for your product. So having another person entering your market is actually a way of you sharing, I believe, the cost to marketing to ensure that you expand this big pie. And so I think it is a great thing for you to have another person entering the market in order for you to expand the economy and to attract more customers and to widen the customer or the market. So with a bigger pie, we expect that you're going to capture more clients than you're already servicing. Now, I know you might be afraid of losing the clients to this competitor. Now, this is what may happen, especially where a competitor is coming with a strategy of low prices. Now, you need to remember that the low pricing strategy is simply an entry or market penetration strategy and may not be sustainable in the long term. So as long as you've got a great business model, you understand your pricing, you're not overpricing your customers, you need not worry about how much your competitors are charging, because if it is not a sustainable pricing model, very soon they're going to snap back to a pricing strategy that is going to be profitable and is going to result in a profit margin. And if you've done your maths really well and you know that their pricing is not sustainable, then it's just a matter of time. So rather than you getting concerned about the competitor and their pricing and their strategies, I would be happy that we've got another player on the market, and then I would focus on these things. So what are the things that you should focus on? Instead of worrying too much about the competition, let them worry about themselves. You worry about innovation. Now, having a competitor on the market allows you to focus more on the innovations in your company. How innovative is your company in terms of your online applications? Are they responding to the needs of the market? Now, another thing is that, you see, with competition coming on the market, the focus is now on the customer. It's customer satisfaction. You want the customer to be happy. And so as customers, we are actually very happy to see competitors coming through because we know that we are going to get a good service. And so you as the supplier, your concern should be on, are we servicing our customers the right way? Are our customers satisfied with our service or our product? So focus on innovation. How do we re-innovate ourselves to make our customers happy? Because at the end of the day, if your customer is happy, yes, they might try out a new competitor, but eventually they will come back, especially when the competitor revises their prices upwards, realizing that their pricing strategy is actually not sustainable. So focus on the customer and innovation. Another exciting thing about having competitors on the market is that you as a company are no longer complacent, because you know, if I make a booking on your application and I don't get the service that I need, I'm simply going to call a competitor. And so you are no longer complacent and are going to ensure that you supply the services that we need. You see? So at the end of the day, it's about upgrading your company to the level that your customers want it to be. And how do you get to do this? How do you avoid focusing on your competitor and rather focus your attention on the customer, who's the key in this whole equation? Well, the first thing you need to do is increase your creativity, because you want to be able to think of new ideas of how to satisfy your customers so that they do not even look at this competitor who's entering your market. So you need to increase your creativity as an organization. How else can you do things differently? You see, how can you upgrade your company so that it's top-notch and is able to provide the products and services that your customers really need? So increase your creativity both as a management team as well as the entire organization, as well as the partners that you're working with. Now, I'm talking about a taxi ordering application because this is in the news recently, but this applies to any company. So how creative can you be, even with your partners? So if we come back to the example of this taxi ordering application, the partners that you work with are taxi drivers, people that are providing transportation and are using your application. So how then can you also educate them and improve their businesses as well, so that they are also profitable and are able to support you and are able to be loyal to you? So you need to increase your creativity and focus on your customers, focus on your partners, so that they can help you even as you try to beat this competition. Now, talking about your partners, another key thing you need to address is their efficiency. Yes, they can order, they can use the taxi application app online. Customers can use this taxi application app online. But then when it comes to your partners actually delivering the service, how efficient are they? How long does it take them to get to that customer? Those are the things that you need to start focusing attention on and educating your partners to ensure that they are very efficient. Because when your competitors discover your weaknesses, they are going to ensure that they turn your weaknesses into their strengths. So if one of your weaknesses is that your partners are not efficient, they're not supporting you well, that is where you need to focus your attention on. This brings me to also understanding your strengths as weaknesses as a company. Where are you good in? Or Which areas in your business are you doing well in? What are your strengths? And then focus also on your weaknesses. You see, many people, when you ask them what their weaknesses are, especially in an interview, you'd get answers like, well, my weakness is that I work too hard. Now, we all know that is not a weakness. But when it comes to your business, you really need to be real. What are your weaknesses, and address those weaknesses? Because remember, your competitor is simply going to study your weaknesses and turn them into their strengths, and that is how they are going to start eating into your market, and eventually are going to capture your customers' hearts, and that is how you are going to lose the market. Now, for this local Zambian entrepreneur, or these local Zambian entrepreneurs that are already in the market, are doing really well with this online taxi application app, no need to fear, because as I said when I read this article in the news recently, you are home ground. You've got home ground advantage, and all you need to do is focus on the real things. Focus on the customer, focus on your partners, okay? And ensure that you deliver the best service for your customers and support your partners as much as you can, and you've got home ground advantage. We want to see Zambia succeed, but we're not going to do it just because you are Zambia. You need also to understand that competition is there, and that is what makes a free market economy. It is because of competition. We don't want a monopoly, because it's not going to serve us as customers. So focus on the customer and your partners. Now, having said all of this, I also want you to think about your competition as your allies. You see, especially where it's a new market, you need more people to be speaking the same language, so as to grow the market, so as to get policies by government recognized, whatever you're trying to push through recognized. And so look at your competitors as allies to change the market. When you can have this focus on your competitors as allies, you are both going to be working together. Remember, two are better than one. So as allies, you're going to build a much stronger market, a market that is really well educated about the services or products that you're offering. And as a result, you're going to increase this pie that we're talking about. Our economy is going to grow, or your market share or market economy, or the share of your market in terms of the service that you're providing is actually going to widen, such that there's actually going to be enough space for the both of you, or even an extra competitor to come in. And that is how we grow this economy, and that is how economies eventually grow. So consider your competitors as allies and put your heads together. Look at the challenges that you've been facing and try to, sit down with them and see how these can be addressed. Because now you've got another person that wants this thing to succeed. Well, this is all I had to share in today's video. Now, I know I focused more on this online taxi ordering application company, but however, everything I've discussed in today's video applies to any business. You should not be afraid of your competition, because competition enables you to grow the market, to grow the pie, and allows you to be innovative, allows you to focus on the customer, who we should actually all be focusing on. And also competition allows you to have a new ally that is helping you to widen this pie, to grow this pie, so that all of you can actually enjoy. And so this is what I had to share in today's video. I would love to hear from you. What are your views? Are you afraid of competition? Drop your comment in the comment section below. And also don't forget to subscribe. If you haven't already, subscribe to my channel by clicking the subscribe button and the bell icon so that you can be reminded whenever I have a YouTube video out. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next time.